Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am excited about the final project of filling the gaps in my wardrobe. So as you can see, I do have it on. But first of all, let me jump into a couple administrative things real quick. Stay tuned for Wednesday. I will be walking through kind of my thoughts on filling the gaps in my wardrobe, how they fit in, what I'll be making again, different things of that nature, kind of an overall review of what this process has done for filling those gaps in my wardrobe. So make sure you stay tuned for that. The only video I'm not doing that's part of that collection is the Concord tee, because I have a sew along for it and you've seen it many a time. So you'll just see kind of everything on Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then coming up on Sunday and Monday will be the Butterick dress sew along. And I'm just gonna make that be my Christmas dress. Why not? So anyway, make sure you stay tuned for that coming up on Wednesday, and then coming up on Sunday and Monday. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is the MiMiG 8702, and I will actually slide over this way. And I'll pop up a picture. I do have it on. I will be popping up video and picture throughout, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. But this is MiMiG's 8702, and this was, I purchased this back in 2018. Actually, I always mark on the front when I purchase a pattern, but July 2018. And so yeah, this was from 2018. And so for those who don't know, MiMiG has a complete sew along for all of her patterns. And so I did watch the video for this jacket. It is a bit of a beast because of all of the pieces. Let me jump into the pieces, and then I'll get into some specifics, and definitely a couple of the tips that she shared that I thought was very helpful in the sew along. So there are a total of 22 pattern pieces. Yes, I know that is a lot. There are 16 for the jacket and 6 for the pants. But I will say this: watch the sew along for the jacket, and I did watch the sew along for the pants just because I wanted to know how that stripe on the side with the zipper went into place, to make sure I was doing that right. Because let me be honest, two things: I did not read one lick of the instructions. I completely followed the sew along. That was much easier. And two, I will admit, I did not trace 22 pattern pieces. I just did not. And a couple reasons. One, because the jacket was 16 pieces by itself. And I know this commercial pattern, but I've gotten into the habit of tracing my patterns, and so, but because this goes up to a size 24, and when I was looking at the cutting lines, as I lose weight, it'll be easy for me just to, if I want to trace, then to trace from there, or just cut down to the next size. So I am perfectly fine with that. The other thing is, it took me a while to get to this pattern. I've been wanting to sew this for quite some time. However, at the time that I purchased this back in 2018, maybe I just wasn't paying attention to the sizing or whatnot, but it's not very size inclusive, in that at the time I would have gotten this 2 years ago. I want to say my full bust was probably around 54, and again, I must not have been paying attention, because the body measurements for a bust is 46, and there's no way there's 8 inches of ease in this, right? So so yeah, and it says for at least for the bust size, finished garment measurement is a 54, but it doesn't look snug fitted like that. But I was thinking I would want a little bit more room in there, so I just waited and hung out and actually forgot about it, and then decided, you know what, this will be perfect to go and fill in the gaps in my wardrobe again from when I'm out running errands and all of that. So I decided to pull it out, look at the measurements on the pattern pieces and everything. And so I was like, okay, this is good. I will talk about the pants though. I did make an adjustment there. Nothing strenuous. So the fabric, let's get into this fabric. As you can see, her original one on the pattern is quite color blocked, which is super cute. In the video she only uses 2 colors, but a lot of color blocking. Unfortunately, the line drawing on the pattern doesn't show you all of the color blocking options. But one of the things I would do if you want to do as much color blocking, because I did a lot of color blocking to the jacket, is when you get the pattern, pull the pattern out, mark on the pattern, the line drawing, what colors you want what to be. And so that's what I did. And so then I corresponded those pieces to the actual pattern pieces, and just made sure that what I wanted to be yellow, green, I marked white. But for those who don't know, I don't like wearing white. I'm not a person who is into wearing white clothes, white button-up pants, tops, that's just not my thing. I don't like wearing white. It's just, I don't. And so I had a choice of, while I marked it white, I had this off-white. Now I'll do an off-white or something like that. I also have a white. Well, let me show you a couple things. It is, I will say, starting off, definitely watch her sew along, because while this pattern might seem overwhelming to put together, the way she have you put the front pieces of the jacket together, just common sense and genius, just genius. I'll actually show a picture here. I took a picture. You just want to line up all of those front pattern pieces together and just stitch them, and you're doing both sides, and then it's just a matter of putting all of the pieces together after that. But I thought that was brilliant, and I highly suggest it. Definitely mark if you're color blocking. And you're like me, maybe some of y'all don't need to do this, but I needed to mark what needed to be what color. And so that's what you see here. And so this is the off-white. Now here's the thing. When you do choose your fabrics, make sure they're the same weight. This cream off-white is not the same weight as the green and the gold. And so I found that it's stretched, is much more stretchy than these two. And so it gave me a little bit of complications. However, when you'll see in the picture, but you know, when I zip her up, all my chevrons match. And as you all know, I will never walk around with this zipped up all the way like this. I'll probably walk around like that. But yeah, I absolutely love it. You'll see some videos here. Now, when I initially talked about this, we were going to add this zipper because it's green and gold. How awesome. However, A, it wasn't long enough, and 2, I kept going back and forth between if I wanted to line this or not. Being in Texas, we have cooler days. Like now, this is absolutely perfect to have on. But if I wanted to continue to wear it, did I want it to be lined? I'm thinking I would sweat bullets in it. And so I went back and forth, because with the zipper, if I didn't line it, I think I would have been able to figure out a way, because this zipper is not long enough. You need a pretty long zipper. I think 28 inches, and I want to say this was only 26 inches. It was 2 inches short, and that made a huge difference. So I decided to go ahead and line this completely. And I'm glad that I did. A day like this, because it is cool, the day we are out and about. This is all I'm wearing. My tank underneath, And this here is the cashmere. This is the cashmere Saybrook tank, and you all have seen this before. I made this outfit ready to wear look. I recreated, so if you didn't see that video, go check it out. But at any rate, I love the way this turned out. Love the way it turned out. And so with the instructions, so I'm gonna speak from the video instructions as opposed to the written instructions, because when I say I didn't look at one lick of those written instructions, I did not. The video instructions I thought were really good. The video is only like 30 some minutes long for the jacket, but it took me, and to be honest, I was kind of working on it off and on throughout the day. But I would say if I was starting from beginning, if I put the time together, it took me almost 6 hours to do it. I know I'm not a fast sewer for one, but also for two, I wanted to make sure these chevrons and everything was matching up. And I did the inside right and all of that, so I really took my time. So yes, and that's sewing, that's all sewing. So yes, there was some picking up and putting down in between there, but for the most part, I would say it could take you anywhere from 4 to 6 hours for the jacket. But if you sew much faster, maybe just take you a couple hours or something. I went ahead, there wasn't mention of, and again, I didn't follow the written instructions, I just followed the video, of stabilizing the shoulder seams. Even though it is lined, I still did that. And so I did that just on the exterior. And so I did stabilize that. I did view C of the jogging pants. And I will show, yeah, because I can't really show you with it on. Maybe I'll take them off and show you. But I did do view C for the pants. I did not do the drawstring, mainly because A, I forgot to order some. But B, I was thinking, did I really want to be bothered with the drawstring on this? Because this is pretty much how I'm gonna wear it. If I wear it out, it'll be partially zipped like this, and all of this down here around my waist will be covered anyway. So I just did the regular waistband with no drawstring in it, and just used 2-inch elastic and just put that on. So that was, the pants were easy. I just wanted to know how the pieces, because you have the stripe on the side, and you'll see in the pictures, there's the stripe down the leg. I just wanted to make sure that I was putting together that area correctly. And then a couple issues I ran into. So you can't see on with it zipped up. You can't tell with it zipped up. But this here was, the bottom of this was bowing a little bit. If you saw my Instagram story, and maybe I'll take this off, and actually it doesn't bow at all. I'll just actually take this off. It doesn't bow at all when it's zipped up, so maybe it's just not an issue anyway. But one of the problems I ran into was, one, I had to gather more of the back into the band. For whatever reason, the back part of my jacket was much more, there was more fabric back there, and so I had to gather that into the lower band, which was fine. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. And then when I put my zipper in, let me just show you this, because once you turn the jacket inside out, you're supposed to stitch the band on the inside from like the side seam to the side seam. I did not do that because my band didn't come out perfectly. So when you folded this piece in half, that's how it should be all the way around, but it's not. I'm not sure where I went wrong there, but you will notice it starts getting a little skinny here, and the inside is fine. The inside of the band is fine. So I'm not sure what went wrong. I'm thinking perhaps my zipper was down too far. I'm thinking maybe that's what it was. And so it distorted the width in the back, because what you're supposed to do to keep, let me show this the right way. So this is the inside back. To keep these pieces from pulling away from each other, you would take the seams of the band on the inside of the lining and stitch them together so that doesn't move. But I didn't do that, because if I did, my band would be all wonky. It would not, it would look totally crazy. So I just did not do that. And so I don't know if anybody have a suggestion on what I could do, because see this, the bottom of the band is right here. There's no way I can meet this bottom of the band up, because it wouldn't even lay right and it'll be wonky. So I just let it lay in its natural state. The outside of the band looks like the perfect width. The inside is just a little short, so I'm not sure what I did wrong there. So for the lining, I did use that same off-white, which was perfect. So here's the thing, for the lining piece, for those of you that's in a warmer climate, use a lighter weight knit, something super duper drapey, you know, drapey like an ITY, but I wouldn't personally use an ITY. This is a cotton, but it's super thin. But something like that, that's really drapey. My sleeves is also a very lightweight knit like this, but it's a different color yellow, as you can tell. And so that worked out perfect. This piece here is the back facing piece, and all you're doing is laying it on top of the back piece, and then she has you pin it all the way around and stitch it down. I did not do that. For one, this is a very drapey knit, and it would have been shifting the whole time. So I did my normal trick that I do with neck bands when I'm trying to put them down, is I, you know, folded that edge under, as she say in the video, but I use heat bond. And I heat bonded all the way around, and then I stitched. So I did still stitch it all the way around, but I just didn't use pins because this here would have been shifting too much. And so yeah, I absolutely love it. You can still see my little marking, and it's so funny, totally not planned. But if you watch Myra Lorraine here on YouTube, One So Sweet, you know that she did a tracksuit. Her video went up earlier today, actually. Well, yesterday by the time you're seeing this. And so I'm gonna pop a picture up here. You gotta go check out her tracksuit. I love the piping down the front. But anyway, so yeah, that is, it is definitely a warm, well, I won't say it's hot. If it was hotter outside, I would be like, yeah, this is too hot. But look at that. And I like the way you finish off the lining with inside the cuffs and everything. So it's so super duper comfortable. Had fun taking pictures in it today. And so yeah, that is it. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to say. Oh, the pants. So far as the pants, as you see in the picture, these tracksuit pants are pretty, it looks like they're designed to be quite fitted. At least they look quite fitted on MiMiG. And when I looked at the finished garment measurements, there wasn't any I think it was negative ease or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I don't like my clothes that fitted, at least pants. So what I did do is I used a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Just scraping by all on the pants, and that gave me the room I wanted. You'll see in the pictures, but it just gave me just a little extra room. And I'll actually pop up pictures of the bottom of the pants, because I do like that little zipper. I use the green thread to go all the way around, but I may pick the green that's on the yellow and just do yellow. I don't know if I like the way the green is standing out, but for right now, I like that little zipper feature. and the whole look just came together beautifully. I will say that. So this is one that I really do like. Yes, it's one of those that I would sew again, but you all know it's time to move on to the next pattern. And this is something that I can see myself making again in the future. Mainly because I like all of the color blocking. I really like that. I like how much fun you can have with it, switch things up, and yeah, you can really play with this. So I definitely highly recommend it, and I doubly recommend it because it has a sew along. And for me, like I said, I didn't read one stitch of the instructions. I just watched the videos and I was good with that. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. That's it. Nope, don't look like I missed anything. I tell you, if you have any questions or think I left anything out, definitely let me know. But stay tuned. Like I said, for Wednesday you will see all of the different pieces coming together, and how you know, my thoughts on filling the gaps in my wardrobe. But this is so super comfy. It is cooler today, and so this is perfect to wear out and about. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will leave a link to this pattern. Is on Simplicity, is still available, so it's not out of print, so I'll link to it down in the description box. The fabric, I don't remember where I got this yellow from. The green came from Girl Charlie. I did that in the haul, so if they still have it, I'll link that green. But I don't remember where I got this yellow because I already had it in my stash. And then the off-white, I don't know where I got that from. But anyway, that is it everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you enjoyed the pictures and the short little video that I showed. And so yeah, that is it. You all have a blessed and fantastic start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.